moderate to severe eczema and uncontrolled despite treatment, get itch relief fast and skin clearance that lasts right through a video. Which the triggers key symptoms of eczema.
My phone died?
Anyone
Oh.
who is allergic to magnesium, serious reactions may occur, some severe. Tell your doctor about any medicines you take if you experience hives or plan to receive a live vaccine. The most common side effects are headache, joint pain, hives, and muscle aches. Ask about magnesium today.
Welcome to Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears and McLean Stadium. Boats lining the Brazos as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. Today, an in-state battle between two teams from the state of Texas, and when you face off against another squad from the Lone Star State, the emotions tend to run a little higher. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Baylor's offense will get the first swing of the game. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
They'll throw it on first down. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
And you simply cannot start the game any better if you're on defense. The first 2 plays of the game, you get a sack. That's how you seize momentum.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback checking off.
It also helps with injuries. You won't get hurt. So with Miami Heat, we focus on being in the best shape possible, being on the nastiest team possible. So we can
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory.
Luka has bad habits. If he can't change his habits sitting next to LeBron James, watching LeBron James do this every day, then I'm going to say, Luka, you damn sure got leadership problem. Because there's no way in hell you can sit next to that guy who's won championships, who's done it for this long period of time, and not soak up some game. The only thing I've done for being a leader is I've taken things from Shaq. I've taken things from Alonzo Mourning.
Oh, that was
Fuck
less
y'all.
than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it.
If he don't get that from LeBron James, then you damn right he got a leadership problem.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first
Damn.
down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Overblown how much.
This offense will go to work for the first time today. Here.
Better way to say it, because that was pretty much the worst way you could verbalize that to a national audience. But we keep moving. It's not we treat him like he's John Moran. We treat him like he's John Moran.
Packed players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key to their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Now the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Are you kidding me? I mean, it's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. Last possession they went for, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Pulls it, fires to the left.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Allen. At the 45, on his way. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. The Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to move it through the air. He makes the catch in the end zone.
Practice.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty
preferential treatment to the star player? Why is he held to the same standard as us? Why is he able to get away with this and we're not?
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys.
Why does he have to guard and defend, and Luka does not have to guard and defend? That's when you start to have a divide. That's when you see a team start to
Got his man quickly. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. First down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So you got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting it up for the first down. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down.
Oh, I should have just flipped. I should have spun out the other way.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They've got the screen set up. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. So the offense will go for it around midfield. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On fourth down, they'll pass for it.
Oh, good hands. I should have went sideline instead of down the field, but good hands. 138 left.
Jet sweep pass. To the 15.
Whoa. That was aggressive.
Play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. He'll pull it on the read. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is the threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal.
Boom.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in a snap.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Allen. And they'll knock him down. Offense gets set for second down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And
I'm going to let UD ask the question. He's a very angry Florida fan right now, but
T sets up the offense for this possession. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the end.
After Giannis won a title with the Bucks, we thought there would be more to come. What would we describe his career if he doesn't win another championship? We'll discuss it. SGA failed to show up in the fourth quarter of Game 3 in the NBA Finals after the Thunder were so heavily favored. What will we say about Shea if he loses this series? You don't want to miss it.
to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. Today, a battle in the Lone Star State, and when you play another team from Texas, it just feels a little bit bigger. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside is 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So the Baylor Bears offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Fires into a world of traffic, and it's kicked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, does it get any better than that? Creating a turnover on the very first play of the game. You talk about doing this all week, and you talk about, we can beat this team. We're going to go out there and execute. And to do it, the first snap, belief, climbing through the roof, baby.
A first down for the offense. And the ball is picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their moves, and he made the pick.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? Probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion.
Nothing but green ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this.
Good job, Big Allen. This nigga big. Damn.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able. And use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The inside handoff. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Bears headed quickly to the line. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Got it.
First down, little bro.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake.
Catch the ball, Chef Bowie.
Downfield, looking for a big-time play. No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. They're going to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Delgado. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll keep it himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got it.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
And no doubt, he can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants and buy time and throw the football, but you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called, so good luck stopping this guy.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Eastern Michigan is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shame that might have been a little closer than Eagles fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Murray. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Woo, dropped his ass, Tiggs. Good job.
Down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Still looking on the move.
Wow.
And it's picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back.
Ooh.
And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. He'll toss it. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The option look.
Pitch the ball, little bro.
Line of scrimmage, that'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And it's caught! Touchdown,
Big
Bears!
head.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense.
That man big as hell.
And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. From the gun, trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue. Until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Hey, third down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, fourth down coming.
And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
That's unlisted.
Wide receiver shows motion.
Gay sheet that me be going to. That's what, yeah. What did they say? I can't fall asleep when they talk about my homeboys out of here.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the end. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill.
They ruled this an incomplete pass.
Their QB is fast. Just play them.
Football, making sure they shut down that option.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal.
Should have given the ball.
They'll try to run for it. The Bears get enough for the 1st down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
He's looking to throw.
Oh, the ball,
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors.
I feel like that's just rain. Damn. Oh, that's just rain, bro. It has to be. That just slips out. Oh.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's got him in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work, now facing second and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. It's complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. He's got great speed. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, you dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Yo, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds his man enough for the first. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for...
He'll take a deep shot here. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Quick strike complete. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield. And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. They go to the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job.
Wide open. He makes the catch. Oh, look out. The tag. Touchdown, Longhorn. And once he found daylight, it was Katie touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Throwing right. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving this. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The pull and throw off the RPO. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning.
Snap the ball, kid.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slip it through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He's looking to throw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
Yeah.
And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back teams.
Delgado. I think DG is 6'7". Yes, he is 6'7". Let's see if somebody
Going
can
up
jump.
top on first down. He'll take a shot.
SPI, yeah, bro. What's up?
Penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. How many times do you think they're going to run that one back in film study? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. It'll be a long film study for him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
He'll ride his man on the option. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
Home.
The kick is up and good. It put one more on the lead. That's going to wrap up the first half. Here now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Yeah. Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
Dog, what the fuck did I just do?
The Bears will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Muscling ahead. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. On the run, it's Cunningham. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They'll run play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll let it go down the right side. And he makes the grab at the 20. Touchdown, Baylor! And the pummeling has started.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second. They take their first drive in the 3rd quarter, march it down the field and score. There's no end in sight to these guys.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. He wants to throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Murray. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense... Very lucky that one went out of bounds.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Doherty. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Syracuse is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Orange on the scoreboard. They're up by 18 over the Pandas. We promised us to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got enough for the first. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Quick touch pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in his booth there if I were allowed to put him having push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. They were trying to set up a screen. Instead, what they got was their quarterback putting paper and plastic and sacked.
And how about the speed on defense with that rush? Getting to the QB so quickly. You're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that, but, man, the old saying, speed kills, and you saw it right there.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He rifles one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the Texas offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Buying some time. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They go to the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. These corners going to give them some space. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
The 3rd down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another 3rd down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt, wants to make a play, and the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The Bears in the hurry up.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll run it from the gun. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Going for it all. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun. Give on the inside. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup. But the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we've played 3 quarters. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period. How much fight they've got left in them. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The Bears will hustle to the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the Bears have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance. Got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing. Defensive line, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back goes in motion. They'll give it to the back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up a 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Got him down. And they'll finally bring him down. Off a huge play.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Tackle is made after the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will. That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On second down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Goes to the option. The pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bears! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. On the option. Quick toss. He makes it into the end zone for the 2, but there is a penalty flag where they often call holding. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up to go for 2. From the gun. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Trying to pound it in. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and they're down 8 here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pulls it in. It's Cunningham.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Line gets set, 1st down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. And the Bears want to crank the tempo. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Oh, it's out. And the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that's deflating. And as a defensive guy, I was frustrated when my offense didn't come through when I needed him to. But now it's my time. I got to go make a play. I got to go force a turnover, get the ball back to my offense so we can tie or win this ball game.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. He wants to throw. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
You start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Bears will try to run off the clock in the final minute. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Past the 30. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry up. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout play.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. After this, it'll be a wrap. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Pocket starts to collapse. They're bringing heat. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.